Hello and welcome to my review of the Lego was called Creator X, but now I think it's called 18 Plus Porsche 911, or set number 10295. This comes with a Porsche 911 Turbo, which is this one, and a Targa, which we'll look at later. But let's start with this. So here it is, and as I said, I'll show you the Targa version later. So to build the Targa version in the set, there's 10 bags. And to build the Targa version, you use bag 8 and 10. And to build the Turbo version, you use bag 8 and 9. So you have to take off so to turn the Turbo into the Targa, you have to take off all the stuff you added in bag 8 and 9 and then rebuild that into the Targa model, I think. That's very confusing. But anyway, you can open up the front. If you get your finger in, it's quite hard to get your finger in, but then you can see there's not a lot in there. You can see a bit of the steering system, which there is steering on this, which you can also open the doors. They open very far away around, but you can see inside that the steering wheel turns when you turn the steering. And inside there's also a gear lever and a couple of dials. There we go. And very nice looking seats and side doors, and there's a handbrake as well. And then in the back you can open that up as well and see the engine detail. So in there you can't see a lot of engine detail. I really like at the back here. This has been done really well. And there's no stickers in the set, it is all prints, which is very nice. And it does just look very nice. I really like how they've done these fenders, and I think the mirrors also look really good. And I think just from this angle here, just looks really good right here. And there's the air intake in there. You can take the roof off by doing that to see inside better, but it kind of falls off slightly because of the clips. But then you can see inside. And yeah, I really think it looks good. I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it. It seems to be just as good as all the other Creator Expert cars. It rolls very well, 'cause nice wheels. And there really is nothing wrong with it. If you turn it over, you have an accident and roll it, it's very multicoloured underneath. But that's fine because you don't really see it. One complaint I would have is the windscreen can be quite weak. It doesn't hold in there very well. And it also can, while you're building it, some pieces in this area and this area can break, like come off, which isn't great. But I think, well, I don't think, I know that it is good. So let's move on to you have to kind of push it forward a bit to get the studs in there. Let's move on to the Targa version. Here is the Targa version now, and I'll just say it was not the world's easiest rebuild. The instructions don't actually tell you exactly like what to take off from the Turbo to make the Targa, but I got there in the end. And I think it looks really good. I actually prefer the look of this one to the Turbo just slightly. You can obviously remove the roof because it's the Targa version, and then you can put the roof in here, which hasn't changed. So the front hasn't changed at all. You can just store this in here. But the wheels have changed. There's different wheels now. These are the silver rims as opposed to the black rims on the Turbo. And then this is obviously the biggest changes in this area. It's also got the smaller fender flares, a totally new rear axle, and then inside nothing's changed at the front really at all. And then at the back, again, not a lot has really changed. The engine now has no longer got the turbo on it because it's not the turbo. And that really is all the change. But I do prefer the look of this one. Personally, I just think it looks a bit more sleek. I don't know, I prefer the look of the Targa in real life as well. But there. So I think this one looks better than the Turbo. My complaint still stands with how strong this is, especially in rebuilding it. This fell off a lot and caused quite a lot of problems. But I really am happy with how it looks. It does look very good. So yeah, very happy with that. Here are all the spare parts in this set. And there's not loads. There's also 2 printed number plate pieces, other ones. Plus, obviously, the 2 that were on the car, on the front and the back, which I'll just show you now in case you didn't see them. And they were the same. So, that's all your pieces. So, overall, I do really like this set. I wasn't that amazed when I heard that it was going to be a Porsche 911 that was going to be this year's main Creator Expert 18 Plus car, because I'm not Porsche 911's biggest fan, but this has actually made me like it more, especially this, the 80s, I believe it's the 80s one. This is really nice. It just looks so smooth through this area, and I really don't have really any problems with it. And as I've said, I really like the Targa version. I think even more, maybe. Although, really, I wouldn't really say there's a big difference between them. I would say they're both really nice. And, well, yeah. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.